The contraction hit like lightning as I fumbled for my keys at 2 a.m. Through the glass door, I could see Mark sprawled on our couch with her, his secretary, Sarah, half naked, wine glasses scattered everywhere. I pounded on the door, doubled over in pain. "Mark, the baby's coming. Open the door." He looked up, annoyed, like I was interrupting his favorite TV show. Sarah giggled, pulling a blanket over herself. "Not tonight, Emma. Find somewhere else to go." Another contraction ripped through me. I was 38 weeks pregnant with his child, standing in my own driveway, locked out of my own home. "Are you insane? I'm in labor." Mark stumbled to the door, his words slurred with alcohol and cruelty. "Should have thought about that before you became such a nagging witch. Maybe this will teach you some respect." Sarah's laughter echoed behind him as he turned his back on me. The lock clicked with finality. I called my sister through tears and contractions. 20 minutes later, Lisa arrived like an avenging angel, her husband Tom behind her with fury in his eyes. "Get in the car. Now." Lisa's voice was steel-wrapped in silk. As we drove to the hospital, my phone buzzed. A text from Mark. "Don't come crying back tomorrow. Sarah's moving in." 12 hours later, I held my daughter Grace while making 3 phone calls that would change everything. First call. "Dad? It's Emma." "Yes, the baby's here." "No, Mark wasn't there. I need a favor." My father, a retired federal judge. Voice like granite. "What do you need, sweetheart?" "Your locksmith friend. And your lawyer." Second call. "Janet? It's Emma Rodriguez. I'm invoking the power of attorney we set up. Freeze everything. Now." Third call. "Mark? Come home. We need to talk." By the time Mark stumbled home 3 days later, looking like he'd been sleeping in his car, the world had shifted beneath his feet. He found 3 men on his front porch. My father, my brother-in-law Tom, and Janet Walsh, the most ruthless divorce attorney in the city. "What the hell is this?" Mark demanded, his key useless in the changed locks. My father stood slowly, all 6'4" of him. 20 years on the federal bench had given him a presence that could silence a courtroom. "This is consequences, son." Mark's face went white. "Judge Rodriguez? What are you doing here?" "Protecting my daughter and granddaughter from a man who locks pregnant women out of their own homes." I stepped out holding Grace, my backbone straight as a sword. Mark's jaw dropped. "Emma, thank God. Let me explain." "Explain what? How did you choose your secretary over your wife in labor? How did you text me not to come back while I was giving birth to your daughter?" Mark's eyes darted between the 3 men, reality finally penetrating his hangover. "You can't lock me out of my own house." Janet stepped forward, briefcase in hand, smile sharp as a blade. "Actually, we can. The house is in Emma's name. An inheritance from her grandmother. You're a legal tenant who just violated the terms of occupancy by committing adultery on the premises." We weren't. "We have photos," Tom interrupted, holding up his phone. "Taken through your window before we changed the locks. Sarah was very visible." Mark lunged forward. "You can't do this. I have rights." My father's voice could have frozen hell itself. "You forfeited those rights when you abandoned your pregnant wife. Your bank accounts are frozen pending divorce proceedings. Your credit cards are canceled. Your car, registered in Emma's name, has been reported stolen since you're no longer authorized to use it. This is insane. Emma, stop this madness." I looked at the man I'd loved for 6 years, the father of my child, and felt nothing but cold satisfaction. "You told me to find somewhere else to go." "I did. I went to the hospital, had our daughter alone, and found myself a new life. One without you." Mark turned to Janet, desperation creeping into his voice. "How much? What will it take to make this go away?" "Custody of Grace 0%. Assets. Emma keeps the house, car, and her inheritance. You get to keep whatever's in your wallet and your clothes. Alimony. You'll be paying for the next 18 years. I'll fight this. I'll." "With what lawyer?" Janet's smile was predatory. "Your accounts are frozen. I've already filed the paperwork. The photographs of adultery make this a very straightforward case." Sarah appeared behind Mark, having finally worked up the courage to show her face. "Mark, baby, what's happening?" Tom stepped forward, his carpenter's hands clenched into fists. "Ma'am, I suggest you leave. Before I decide, you were part of locking a pregnant woman out of her home." Sarah took one look at the three men and fled to her car. Mark crumpled. "Emma, please." "I was drunk, I was stupid. It meant nothing." "You're right. It meant nothing. Just like you mean nothing to me now." I kissed Grace's forehead and walked toward my house, with my father's arm around my shoulders. Where am I supposed to go? Mark called after me. I turned back one last time. "I don't know, Mark. Find somewhere else to go." The door closed behind us with the most satisfying click I'd ever heard. 2 months later, the divorce was final. Mark moved back in with his mother, paying $2,800 a month in child support. Sarah dumped him the day his credit cards were declined at dinner. I started my own consulting business from home. Grace sleeping peacefully in her nursery. The room Mark had wanted to convert into a man cave. Sometimes the strongest thing you can do is change the locks on toxic people and never look back. Respect isn't negotiable. And neither is dignity.